Namaste and welcome to tummy.com. This is a sequence to Yoga Nidra, a physical practice that can be performed before lying down for Yoga Nidra guided meditation. It is important to understand that a physical practice is essential to open the body and release all tight spots and stiffness so that the energy flow is uniform across the body, and this in turn allows the practitioner to experience the maximum benefits of Yoga Nidra or any other guided meditation practice, as it can help the body not to distract the mind while in meditation. This sequence was built using the Yoga Sequence Builder, www.tummy.com, the best platform worldwide for yoga teachers and yoga teachers in training, to learn more about yoga, to create thousands of sequences, and to teach yoga safely for themselves and their students. Visit us today at www.tummy.com to learn more about us. Moving back to the sequence, we'll start our practice as usual in any seated posture. It's always good to begin our practice in a seated posture and staying there for about 10 breaths, aligning the body, breath and mind before moving on to the deeper poses. So sitting in any easy pose, Sukhasana, with our palms to the heart center, shoulders relaxed, spine straight. If your students experience any pain in the knees or any stiffness in the lower back, you can always ask them to modify this posture by keeping the knees straight, stretching their legs out, or sitting against a wall so that they do not have any pain issues while aligning or centering their body, breath and mind. Staying here for about 10 breaths and moving on to the next pose, cat and cow pose, Bithilasana, Marjariyasana. Slowly coming on to the knees, bringing the knees hip distance apart, placing the palms directly under the shoulders, spreading the fingers nice and wide. As you inhale, drop your back, lift your chest and shoulders. As you exhale, rounding the back, lifting the back muscles up and gazing at the belly. Doing this for about 5 to 10 breaths. Cat and cow poses are really good to start at the beginning of a practice, as it helps to warm up the back, warm up the spine, and gets the body ready for the further asanas. From cat and cow, slowly coming up to downward facing dog, one of the most popular asanas in yoga, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So slowly tucking the back toes from cow pose, taking the knees off the mat and coming to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Here once again, spreading the fingers wide, trying to press the heels all the way down to the mat. So some of the practitioners might find it difficult to pull the heels all the way towards the mat. So they can keep the knees bent and try to draw their belly towards their thighs, trying to keep the spine straight and dropping their head between their arms. Staying in Adho Mukha Svanasana for about 5 breaths. And from there, as you inhale, slowly step with your right foot in between the palms, left foot in between the palms, bringing your hands to your hips, slowly stand up to Tadasana. Now Tadasana is a fantastic posture to understand the body mechanics. So keeping the feet slightly apart, pressing into all 4 corners of your feet, arms by the sides of your thighs, shoulders away from the ears, belly pulled in slightly. Staying here, Tadasana is a pose where the body is completely aware yet relaxed. And from Tadasana, we'll move on to some twisting asanas just to warm up the hips. So slowly taking your feet more than hip distance apart, possibly to the ends of the mat. Making a fist with your palms and bringing the fist in front of your chest. As you inhale, roll the shoulder blades back, open up the chest. And as you exhale, twist and turn and look over your right shoulder. As you inhale, come back to center, open up the chest once again and exhale, twist to the left side. Kati Chakrasana or Kati Shakti Vikasaka Kriya as we call it. Trunk twisting pose is really beneficial in helping to warm up the hips, warm up the shoulders. Maybe about 5 sets on each side. And from there we'll move to standing pelvic circles or hip rotations as we call it. So keeping the feet wider than your hips or at the edges of the mat. Placing your palms on your hips. As you inhale, push the hip forward and start to make a nice wide hip rotation. Exhaling and coming back on an inhale back to center. And on the other side. So it's good to do both clockwise and anti-clockwise directions about 5 to 10 times on each side. And from there, we move on to our sun salutations. It's always good to practice sun salutations before we begin the actual asanas, as sun salutations is actually more like a complete body workout. It helps to warm up and open up all parts of the body, as it involves different movements of the spine. So practicing the traditional Surya Namaskars or sun salutations, maybe 4 rounds, 6 rounds, or 8 rounds, depending on the comfort level of the practitioner, is a great way to begin any physical practice. To learn more about sun salutations in detail, you can visit tummy.com and click on sun salutations, where it can take you through every single pose with detailed cues and instructions. From sun salutations, moving on to our first pose, Warrior 1 or Virabhadrasana 1. So standing with the feet apart, slowly take your left leg back, keeping the left foot at a 45-degree angle. Bring your hands to your hips first. Now bend the right knee completely so that the knee is above the ankle. Make sure that the knee does not go beyond the ankle. And from there, pushing into the back foot firmly, making sure both the feet are active, the back kneecap is pulled up. Slowly lift your arms all the way up. Engage your core, lift your spine up and gaze gently towards your fingertips for Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana. Staying here for about 5 breaths, long inhalations and deeper exhalations. Make sure the right foot is firmly pressing into the mat. Make sure the back kneecap is lifted up. Make sure you pull the left hip forward. Virabhadrasana is excellent for strengthening the legs. And from Warrior 1, we move on to Warrior 2 by slowly turning the left foot out completely to the left side. Make sure that the right heel and the left arch are kind of in one line. Pressing into the outer edges of the left foot, take your arms out to the side, stretch your arms out to the side, open up the shoulders, feel strong. Gently turn your head and gaze at your right fingertips, keeping the right knee still at a 90-degree angle. Sink your hips a little more lower, tuck your tailbone in. Staying in Warrior 2 for about 5 breaths. And from there, moving on to a reverse warrior, Viparita Virabhadrasana. Staying in Warrior 2, gently turn your right palm out. On an inhale, lift your right palm all the way up, lengthening the spine. And as you exhale, slowly drop your left palm on your left thigh and slide your left palm down your left thigh as much as you can. But make sure that the right knee is still bent. The tendency is for the right knee to slowly come up and for the hips to come up. So make sure you're sinking your hips a little more down, tucking your tailbone in, pushing into both corners of your feet, staying here for about 5 breaths, and slowly release and gently step your left foot forward back to Tadasana. Remember to complete the whole sequence on the left side, starting from Warrior 1, moving on to Warrior 2, and moving on to Reverse Warrior on the left side as well. Once you're done with the left side, moving on to some back strengthening asanas so that the lower back is kind of strong and easy while you sit for meditation or lie down for meditation. So it's good to do a couple of back strengthening poses as well. Starting with our first pose, Salamba Bhujangasana. So slowly lie down on your stomach, feet together, palms by the sides of your chest first. And from there, slowly lift your chest and shoulders, dropping your elbows on the mat. Now make sure your elbows are directly under your shoulders, palms are pressed into the mat. Now use your lower back to lift your chest and shoulders. Roll the shoulder blades back so that your shoulders are away from your ears. Simply close your eyes, keep your gaze ahead of your palms, and staying here for about 10 breaths. Breathing in and breathing out throughout the practice. From Salamba Bhujangasana, we'll move on to our next pose, Shalabhasana. Shalabhasana is perhaps one of the best asanas for strengthening the lower back. So slowly lie down on the mat again. Bring the palms by the sides of your hips. Keep your feet together, keeping your legs completely active. As you inhale, lift your chest and shoulders. Try to press your pubic bone down and lift from the rib cage up. And as you inhale, on your next inhalation, lift both your feet off the mat. Now squeeze your inner thighs together, squeeze your glutes. Try to point your toes back, squeeze your calves, your shins. Hold the posture, continue to breathe in and breathe out throughout the practice. Long inhalations and deeper exhalations. Keeping your neck soft, gazing ahead of the mat, staying in Shalabhasana for about 5 full breaths, and slowly release towards the mat. Take a short break here by slowly coming onto your knees and resting in Balasana. You can take your knees wide apart, mat distance apart, and place your forehead or your chest towards the mat, palms by the sides of your toes, and just relax here for about 5 to 10 breaths or as much as you need. Moving on to some forward bends now. To a seated forward bend, again one of the best 10 best asanas in yoga. Paschimottanasana is touted to be one of the 10 best asanas in yoga that you can perform every single day, because Paschimottanasana helps to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. It's great for opening up your hamstrings. It's great for opening up your spine. So slowly sit on any one side, stretch your legs out in front of you. Bring your feet together, make sure your legs are active, your toes are pointing towards you. Lifting your arms all the way up. As you inhale, lengthen your spine first. As you exhale, draw your navel in and start to fold forward gently. With every inhalation, open the chest, and with every exhalation, pulling the navel in, start to fold forward towards your toes. So the sequence, the picture shown here is where the practitioner is grabbing the wrists outside the feet. But probably this may not be possible for everyone. So go ahead and take an option that works best for you. So your palms can simply stay on the knees. If you can reach a little further down, it can stay on your shins, or you can hold your ankles. You can also hold your big toes, or you can hold outside the feet. So there are options, variations, modifications for everyone. To know more about the different modifications using props, you can visit the site and click on that post, and you'll get to know different cues and different modifications that one can perform while doing this posture. Staying in Paschimottanasana for about 5 to 10 breaths, and inhale, slowly come up. And we'll finish with a bridge pose. Bridge pose, it's always good to finish a practice with hip opening and a hip lifting pose, as it helps to release any tension from your lower back. So slowly lie down on your back with your feet together first. Once your body is relaxed, bend your knees, keeping your feet hip distance apart. Slowly place your palms on your ankles if you're able to reach. Otherwise, you can simply interlock your fingers under your hips as well. So hold your ankles if you can, or palms by the sides of the feet. Push into your feet firmly. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale, lift your hips all the way up as much as your body allows you. Now start to squeeze your shoulder blades below your hips as much as you can. Interlock your fingers or hold your ankle. Use your leg strength to push and lift the hip up, moving your chest towards your chin. Continue to breathe normally throughout the pose. Setu Bandhasana, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana with an ankle variation. So again, there are different variations, different modifications available for this pose. So please log on to tummy.com to know more about this pose in detail. Staying in bridge pose for about 5 breaths. As you inhale and as you exhale, slowly release your palms, and inch by inch, vertebra by vertebra, slowly lower your upper back, middle back, lower back, and hips to the floor. And we'll finish our sequence with a supine twist. It's always essential and important to finish with a twist, a spinal twist, because it releases any stress that you may have built up during the practice at the base of your spine. And twists are also kind of a detox. It releases all tension from the body, which in turn releases the tension from the mind as well, so that your mind and body are both well prepared for a guided meditation. So slowly lying down on your back, take your arms out to the side, stretched out. Slowly bring your knees all the way to your chest first, and from there drop your knees to the left side first. Supta Matsyendrasana. You can always place your left palm on your knees for support, and turn your head and look towards the right side. Once you're staying here for about 5 breaths, slowly repeat on the other side. And remember to always rest in Shavasana, a very important posture to assimilate all the benefits of your practice. So in Shavasana, take your feet wider than your hips, your palms a little away from the hips. Make any adjustments if you wish at this point, releasing all tension from the body, from your hips, your lower back, your middle back, your shoulders, and gently allow your body to settle down and sink into the mat. And stay here for about 5, 10, 15 breaths, as much as you need. And slowly, when you wish to come out of the posture, Start with very soft, gentle movements by wriggling your toes, small movements with your fingers, turning your head side to side. Slowly bring your feet together. Bend your knees, roll over to your right side, and with your eyes closed, slowly come and sit up in any comfortable posture. And from here on, you can move to Yoga Nidra, or you can move to any seated guided meditation practice as well. And to remind you once again, this sequence was built using the Yoga Tummy Sequence Builder, tummy.com. Please visit us today to know more about us. And don't forget to subscribe to our page. You do get a 15-day free trial. Namaste and thank you for watching.